Welcome back to AskAPop. Today we're talking about many hats, many blessings, many thanks. Okay, I get it. There just may be an issue here with my growing collection of top wear to go with my shrinking collection of what goes on underneath it to cover it up. And I may have to use that idiom that we use here in the U.S. of wearing many hats figuratively. And those of you that know me know that I tend to wear many hats at any given time. And I've done that for years and years and years. I could start naming them off, but I think it'd bore most of you, and those that know me know exactly what I'm talking about. Having said that, as we were driving home last night from our grandson's birthday extravaganza, my beloved looked at me and said, "Honey, can you believe that it's been 2 years since we became grandparents?" And I told her that, in some ways it feels like it's been a lifetime since we first tried on that hat. And in other ways, it feels like it was literally just yesterday that we were trying on the hat of, trying to figure out how to put on the hat of being parents for the first time. And, it was only through grace, the grace of God and patience and a real good sense of humor and each other that every one of those hats has fit, all throughout the years and everything in between. Has everything fit just right? Absolutely not. But you know what? That's what's made life interesting and made life perfect, because God has made every one of us in his image, but he's also given every one of us our own free will. And he's given everybody else their own free will as well. That's allowed us to do things like yesterday when we were at the park talking to complete strangers at Elmo's Choo Choo, where most people were looking at their phones and doing everything they could to avoid any eye contact with anybody else so they wouldn't feel awkward. Where a total stranger would sit down and rub my arm, and say, a little kid was rubbing my arm saying, "Boy, you're furry." Where, and another guy that was just walking down walking away, walking there and saying, "How you doing?" which is a standard U.S. greeting. And I said, "Better now that I saw you." He stopped, turned around and looked and smiled at me and said, "Thank you." Because, every one of those, every time that we put on a hat, for whatever reason, it's an opportunity for a blessing. If we can recognize it. Every time that we put on a different hat is an opportunity for a blessing to give and receive, but we have to be able to look at that. And whether it's work, whether it's our family, whether it's being a father, a grandfather, a mother, each one of those can be a blessing to give and to receive. Now, how many different blessings and how many different hats can we wear at any given time? How strong are we? Honestly, by ourselves, not very strong. But through Christ who strengthens us, we can always be just strong enough to handle anything that we need to. But it's through Christ who strengthens us, and it's together. Anybody who knows me professionally, whether it's through work or church, knows that for years, decades actually, I've had the same email tagline: teamwork makes the dream work. Now, I will give a little secret though. A lot of people think that my team managers or team captains are always, changing because that's the way corporate America is. But my team captain has never changed. My team captain is the same guy that was there in the beginning. He's the same guy that'll be there in the end. He spoke the universe into existence, and he can be your captain too. Just a thought, given somebody who might wear many hats, but he's always just strong enough, because it's not me, it's us. And my team captain's pretty good. Be yours too. Merry Christmas to everyone. The Bible verses today are Philippians 4 through Philippians 4 through 23, and 1 Peter 4, 8 through 11. As far as the questions go, how many hats do you wear on a daily, weekly, monthly basis? Do you consider them burdens or blessings? With prayer, can you change that? God bless you. Have a great day.